Hi everybody and welcome to the Akumakast. I have no idea what number it is because as you know we haven't actually recorded this in a while, but we're back on the air and we actually have a studio for once, which is really awesome. So of course I want to say thanks to Akumakast for being our primary sponsor as we are the Akumakast. I want to say thank you to the Wa Cafe up here in Galway for always being there whenever we needed food, and I want to say a special thanks to Flirt FM for letting us borrow their studio. And before I forget as well, we have to thank our latest sponsor for Akumakast, which is Jigsaw. Jigsaw's a really good cause. Go help out, and thanks for everything they've been giving us. So yeah, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Andrew. I'm here as your master of the decks, and I'm bringing you yet another excellent entourage of guests. So I'm going to introduce them one by one. So sitting here in the green is John Burke, a regular on the show. So John, say hello.
Hello there.
Joining me in blue is Michael Crampton.
Oh, am I saying hello now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hi, guys.
Michael's only going to be joining us for a short while because this is a special occasion. We will actually be getting Niall, our con director, on the show for the first time. So that'll be interesting. And finally, the man in red, James.
Hello, everybody.
The jackhammer Roderick. So welcome back. Welcome to the show, guys. Isn't it great we have a new studio?
Yes.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
We got a studio.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange. It brings me back to the first podcast where I was recording it in a party at John's house on my laptop.
Yeah, that was good times. Yeah, we did a budget, but it was fine. It came out well.
Was I slightly drunk at that?
Yeah,
you're pretty drunk.
Slightly drunk.
You ended up on that podcast even though we didn't want you on the podcast.
Yeah, I did.
So welcome back, guys, anyway, and we're going to jump right into it because Michael has to go soon. So guys, of course, after the summer, loads of games have come out. We've had Pokemon X and Y, we've had updates on the PS4 and Xbone. I'm going to be calling it that, screw anyone who says otherwise, and we've got loads of new releases. So first I'm going to say I was wrong. Well, I wasn't really wrong. I'm never wrong. But, Pokemon X and Y turned out not to be as bad as I first feared, and they actually did bring some new original concepts like Horde Mode, which is what I'm going to be calling it, when you fight, big groups of Pokemon, which again just seems like the craziest, dumbest thing ever, but it's still pretty awesome to play. And, the Mega Evolutions turned out, some of them were pretty good. So, guys, on behalf of me and everyone here at the Akumakast, I apologize for ramming on Pokemon X and Y so much. Do you guys have anything to contribute to this?
Well, I've been watching my girlfriend play it a lot, and she seems to be really enjoying it, and she would have like less experience than most people. Like the last game she had played, I think, was like Ruby or something like that. So she's a few generations behind, and she's really enjoying the changes so far.
Yeah, I know. We had a Akuma Day there, our sponsor day, where we get everybody in for free and show them the kind of stuff that goes on. And the one thing you just saw everywhere was people playing Pokemon, which was both cool and also really irritating.
It was the day it released.
Yeah, but yeah, it was literally the day it was released, so that's okay. So James,
I find the obsessions with Shiny is amazing.
Yeah, I've been kind of noticing that.
A friend of mine, he is on his 250th Murkrow, I believe now.
Why?
He's going for the Shiny.
Why?
Oh no, he's gone well past that. He got to 9 boxes, so he's got at least 270 now.
Oh wow.
Why can anyone explain to me what is the point of Shiny?
Well, you see, with a Shiny, normally the point is the fact that you get a different coloring of a Pokemon. And, color means everything. But his reason is acceptable. Because with Murkrow, if you get a Shiny Murkrow, it's purple.
Okay.
And when he turns into Honchkrow, he literally becomes Pimpkrow.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's a legit reason. I just realized now then I have caught a shiny Pokemon. I've been recently playing a lot of Pokemon Ruby, and I caught a purple Trapinch, so that explains why the hell he was purple. I assumed it was a problem with the game. There you go. So anyway, in other news, we've had loads of stuff. We've had the Wii U come out. Like I said, we've had the PS4 and the Xbone coming out in 2 days? A day?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, just to date the podcast automatically. But so any thoughts on that, guys?
Yeah, PS4 looks cool.
Are you going to be picking up anything?
No.
Not for
no.
Probably next summer or something.
It'll be a good while before I pick anything up. I was originally going to go for the PS4. James just mentioned me before I started. Apparently, they haven't brought out many games, which irritates. It's the reason I switched from the PlayStation to the Xbox in the first place.
It's launch titles.
Xbox doesn't have a huge amount of launch titles either. But I don't know. I'm frankly agreeing with some of my friends, which is I'm going to just buy both and stop the console wars by being rich, and that's my preference.
Well, if that could work for everyone.
Privilege.
Though, first of all, my plan is to buy a PS3 because I didn't get one.
I also never had one. Oh, Michael's going to have to just leave us now, so we're just going to say goodbye to Michael.
Bye, Michael.
Bye.
Just momentarily. I think you might just need me early.
Okay, that's cool. So if you come back, you come back. But
yeah. I missed out on the PS3. I was an Xbox 360 child because, Halo.
Yeah.
I was a Halo fan. And I really want to play all of my, weeby Japanese games that I never got to play. And I can play them for dirt cheap now.
Well, I know I was always on the wrong side of the generation tracks, as it were. Like, I went from Sega Mega Drive, Dreamcast, GameCube, and then a Wii.
Dreamcast is always great.
Dreamcast is amazing. I know, I'm British. I like the Dreamcast. Ooh, God save the Queen.
Did you have the Jedi pod racing game?
I actually did not have the Jedi pod racing game.
I played that at like a demo of that.
It's really good.
Ages
ago.
It's
really good.
It's on the Nintendo 64. I have it.
Yeah. It was on a lot of consoles, but it's really good.
I might be visiting your house, James.
That game, we should probably... this is a good way to segue into our Let's Play channel. So, guys, we started a Let's Play channel. It's called... it's Level 1 Gaming. There's a couple of different shows on it, but feel free to check us out. We're on Facebook. We're going to be opening up the YouTube channel pretty soon once we get our art through, so it'll be soon enough. But yeah, I'm inviting the guys to come and play with me and Michael when we do a few games. But at the moment we have a running series, which is Salt and Pepper. The reasons for the names will become apparently clear when you see us play. But yeah, so please check us out on YouTube and Facebook, and feel free to like and subscribe for more. But yeah, I think pod racing could be an interesting kind of competitive game.
It's a really good game.
Now that we're getting all our equipment through, it'd be pretty awesome.
Especially because eventually you just get bored and you just start crashing the pod racers, and it's a fantastic way.
That's me pretty much every time I play any racing game ever. So as I say, we have the PS4 and the Xbox One coming out. I've noticed Forza is looking really good, like Forza 4. I'm not a big racing game fan, but I have a friend of mine who is really big into racing games. So he buys every edition of Forza that comes out every single time it comes out. And the one thing we always do is we sit down, both get controllers, both get a crap ton of Pringles, and just play away, only playing minis and only playing the Nuremberg ring. So it takes about an hour and a half each time you want to kind of complete a track, but it's pretty fun, especially when you start crashing those minis and you can only do about 5 miles an hour.
Just to balance it,
just to kind of balance
it out to the PS, like the PlayStation side. Has anyone seen the trailer for Gran Turismo 6? I think
I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't been able to watch the full thing because my internet's been a bit annoying. But yeah.
Now you were talking about, was it golf carts or what were you talking about?
The golf, just like a Nissan Golf even a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I think they were slightly revealing that they might have lunar buggies in Gran Turismo 6.
That's pretty cool.
So imagine going around the Nuremberg ring in a lunar buggy.
That's pretty sweet.
I'd love if there was a moon track. Just the most random thing for them to put in there would be like low gravity moon track, where the only car that can actually go around it properly is the lunar lander or the lunar buggy.
Okay, so John, you're going PS4. James, you're going both because you have money now.
Yeah, well, soon I will have money.
Again, I feel like I'm the outcast because I'm going Wii U.
I will go with the Wii U when they finally release Pokemon Snap 2. Because let's face it, it's made for that kind of game.
But it's I want to see Pokemon Stadium 3 with just all 716 Pokemon. I think it's 716. But yeah, I'd love to see that. I would take like an hour and a half just building my team for every round though.
I just remember fond memories of Pokemon Snap. And just the fact that if they would put that on the Wii U, they would make so much money.
That would be pretty hype. But
that would be like printing money. You just can't do that nowadays.
Yes, game companies don't want to make money anymore. I mean, look at yet another perfect segue into EA and what happened with Battlefield 4. So for everyone at home who doesn't know, EA released Battlefield 4 on the Xbox 360 and PS4. PS3, so that they can then again ask you to pay more money to get a digital copy for the next gen consoles. Xbox One, however, didn't do that. They said you buy our copy now, and then when you pay a tenner, you got to go to a store, redeem your code, and they'll give you a disc. So Xbox One living up to the digital download age. Yeah, didn't go quite to plan. But when they released Battlefield 4, they accidentally region locked every player to Europe. So yeah, EA just showing that they really know how to play online
yeah.
games, you know.
You think with I don't know, all those years of experience with Battlefield, Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, that they could have, gotten a launch and the servers right. But apparently the game is broken at the moment as well, and people are just falling back to 3 until patch it
until
up.
all the patches are fixed.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me of so James, me and you were talking about this earlier. The dude who got his Xbox One early from Target.
Yep. And
So for those people who haven't heard this story, a guy pre-ordered an Xbox One from an American company called Target, which is just like a chain of supermarkets, kind of like Walmart. But basically, there was a kind of packaging error, and they actually shipped this dude his Xbox One weeks ahead of schedule. So this guy's been leaking everything about the Xbox One, how much games are going to cost on like digital download, everything online. So Microsoft saw this, and instead of being like, oh wow, this guy is doing basically more for our PR than we have, let's just shut him down. So they just bricked his console and just said, okay, yeah, we're sorry, we sent it out to you early, but you're going to have to wait until the release date like everyone else, because this guy was literally just spoilers for everyone kind of thing. But yeah, that guy, it must have been like waking up on Christmas morning, just walking outside and just being like, hey, I got a weird package today, opening it and finding a brand new Xbox One before anyone else in the world gets one. So yeah, good job.
I'm just wondering, did it come with games, or was he just sitting
No.
there?
I
see,
think
that's-
he had access to the live store.
Yeah,
for
he
a
had
while.
access. He had access to the live store because it's on the original kind of server. As
Would
far
they
as I
not
know.
pick up that it's like, oh, there's someone buying Xbox One games
See,
on our
That's the
server?
thing. That's the
There's a
thing.
lot-
He
there's reviewer
immediately,
copies.
as far as I know, he didn't buy anything. He just immediately kind of went on and started recording as soon as he could, so that he could start putting it out there. And like this guy's like YouTube channel just exploded as soon as
Yeah, he
people
changed
realized.
his YouTube name to like #1 Xbox One source.
Yeah, and so it's just like, that this guy, though, he literally did more for Microsoft than Microsoft has
Yeah.
done in their own PR campaign. And I can't, like, it's weird for me, though, that they could just brick the console like that, just like nothing.
Well, they didn't really brick it. As far as I know, they literally just locked him off.
Yeah, they
online.
locked him off online, but the problem is the DRM patch hasn't come out yet.
Oh yeah, they also brought that out.
Because everyone knows they've changed their mind on the whole DRM policy, but that means until the patch comes out, your console is still needs DRM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So without it, his console is bricked. He can't play offline, he can't do anything with it until he gets the patch. But what would be really nice of them to do is to give him the patch, let him download the patch, and let him play offline and stream some games, because then it's kind of like, oh, look what our new console can do, but keep it quiet. Don't let Sony find out.
Sony actually did get a few leaks as well. I think 1 or 2 people were sent out their PS4s. There's other reports of some early models being, broken. But again, you can't really believe many of those stories.
Yeah.
When
Until
you're
you
going to
see
hear
the
it from the
evidence.
Xbox side as
Yeah.
well, just because people are going to get the initial early hardware faults, which happen with every single piece of hardware ever known to man.
But
So-
have you heard how Nintendo are tackling the whole patching console thing? It's like the Wii U won't patch games. It will ask you to download a channel, and then that channel will patch games, but it will do it for you while you play other games. So it won't just like stop your game. You won't have to go into your game and it'll be like, oh, okay, just you got to wait while your patch downloads. It will let you play games while the patch is going on. So it does kind of what Steam does, where it updates while you're playing, which is kind of handy.
The thing with Steam though is if you're downloading other new games,
Yeah.
and you try and launch a game,
Yeah.
it cuts out.
Yeah, it does. It
And
takes.
It's also like I remember when people are playing on the PS3 and you're trying to download a game and you decide, well, what am I going to do? I'll watch a DVD.
Yeah.
And you watch your DVD and you come back and realize it pauses your download while you're watching a DVD
I
because
know.
it's using all of that bandwidth.
Yeah, I remember having issues like that with the Xbox when I was like, okay, I'm just gonna download a game or download like a demo, and then I go into a game and it's like your download has now stopped, and it's
Yeah.
like, but why? Just let me play my games, damn it! I don't want to have to resort to playing my PC.
Actually, slightly related to Xbox One and PS3, Steambox.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent segue there, James, my friend. Internet 5. Yeah. But yeah, so the Steam box is looking like it's gonna be a bit of a contender, actually.
I just love the way the Steambox is basically a console that's not a console.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Like, I just hope it works exactly how everyone will think it works.
See, there have been some things recently where Steam have come out and said that the Steam OS is literally just for launching Steam. It will not be a Linux equivalent. It only runs Steam. So people were wondering, would the Steam OS allow you to do some of the basic Linux stuff like, web browsing.
Yeah.
Apparently it's all just within the Steam big picture thing, but then people are just pointing out that you can just do a split partition and just put Windows on it.
It's not so bad, like the thing is with the Steam box though, it's the first time we've seen a console that's just pure digital, that kind of way. Like it's got no real hardware, it's literally just the console and it's just plug in and play.
I've looked at some of the specs they've given for some of the beta consoles, and I mean, one of the beta consoles has 2 NVIDIA GeForce Titans in it.
I don't think it doesn't have 2. I think it's just 1.
Give an explanation for what those are for the people at home.
It's a big graphics card.
It's a €700 worth of graphics card.
See, the one problem I have is I like to play Steam games, but my laptop is not great at playing Steam games. Yep. So I would consider buying a Steam box just so I can play my Steam games.
See, for me, I've been thinking about getting a new desktop, but I mainly would use it for playing games. So I've been thinking about just getting a Steam box, put Windows on it on a second partition.
And the one thing,
use that for the games that can't run on Steam box, and then just...
And as well, it means with the Steam box coming out, it means more Steam games are going to be controller compatible, which is something I love because I am not a natural PC gamer. I've never been a natural PC gamer unless you count Aladdin's Math Quest and Word Shark as PC games. So like it's only now in my college years that I've been kind of getting into the whole thing.
It's also going to be a lot cheaper because they've been getting lots of deals with the different companies they have in on the Steam box, and by having them take part and making their deals with them, they're getting the parts for a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Because you have a guaranteed Steam box that's going to have these parts in it. So you're going to be getting the equivalent of desktop power, except on the cheap.
Yeah.
And the Steam OS is going to be optimized for working with this hardware.
It's pretty awesome. Okay, so we're going to take a short break and then be right back. Hi, welcome back to the Akumakast. Just want to remind everyone, the Akumakast is sponsored by NUI Galway's Akumakon, our Galway's premier anime and manga convention. Also sponsored by the Wa Cafe here in Galway. And officially this year, our charity is Jigsaw. Jigsaw is a great cause to help out young people who are having, emotional or distancing issues. So we help out. It will help out a lot if you come to Akumakon and donate some money to us. Thank you. Bye. So after having a bit of chat about the Steam box, Niall has arrived. So say hello, Niall.
Hi, I just arrived there during the break, silently stripped in the corner for the 3 gentlemen in the room.
So that makes it sound like we record the podcast entirely in the nude, which is totally true. It's totally true. I will not hide that fact. But for those of you who don't know, Niall is actually the con director here for Akumakon. This is his first time on the show.
Well, active on it.
Yeah, actively on the show anyway. But so now welcome to the show. You were actually
I'm the producer of this show. It's great to finally be talking on this show.
Yeah.
And not trolling you with Lavender Town theme music.
Yes, the Lavender Town theme music did get a little creepy. But yeah, so thank you for joining us now.
It's a pleasure.
I know you've got Akumakon stuff you want to talk about because we're actually going to update on Akumakon on the Akumakast. It's shocking, I know.
Oh my.
But I think first we got to segue into a little thing I like to call Con Talk. So for those of you who've listened to the show before, this is where we talk about, our experiences at conventions, because in about a week, we're going to be heading to probably the biggest convention in the East, which is, of course, EarthCon. So EarthCon is the con down in Dublin. We're going to be visiting them, having a bit of crack, meeting some of the guests, that kind of thing. So guys, any stories you want to share that aren't too bad about EarthCon? Because you know what I'm talking about. With the lamb killing and, the over-drunkenness.
Would you like some paracetamol?
We're not going to get into that. So, John, you got any stories for EarthCon?
Okay, I got to try and come up with a story that doesn't involve heavy amounts of alcohol on the part of somebody who I know who may have drank a bottle of vodka and may have passed out in the hostel and then had to be dragged to the shower. But we don't talk about
not just
that.
vodka.
Yeah,
Kinsey vodka.
Yeah, we're not going.
Yeah,
like I said,
we're not talking
we're
about
not going
that.
into that.
EarthCon, I really enjoyed the fair. I don't know why, but it's just the stupid little games that are just there, and if you play enough of them, you can just you win something, and it's a really cool little thing that was.
Yeah, the Art of Fair is pretty cool.
Year.
Yeah, no, they're running it again this year. Apparently, they've got bigger games and stuff this year.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, that's cool. James, you got anything to say about EarthCon this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or any year. If you want to talk about a story,
I don't know. EarthCon was my first anime convention. I went to it back in 2009, and that's why I decided to go and set up Akumakon. So that's pretty good praise.
That is pretty good.
There's also stories of recording the cosplay masquerade in one of the years and having a quote come out clear as day through the crowd that just said, "I'd final her fantasy."
And it totally wasn't James.
No, totally wasn't
Totally
James.
Brian.
What are you looking forward to at EarthCon this year?
I'm not sure in particular. I think I was kind of disappointed Troy Baker wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah,
because I kind of wanted to go up to him and say, please say Power Slam, because Jace, League of Legends, it would have been beautiful.
Yeah, that would have been pretty high.
But like Steve Bloom, they
Steve
really
Bloom,
pulled out
man.
the
Steve Bloom.
for a backup guest. They really pulled out.
That's
the
some
stops.
backup guest. That's pretty awesome.
I get to
And
talk to him again.
Niall, as this year's competitor against EarthCon, what are you looking forward to at EarthCon this year? And do you have a story for us?
Oh, quite a bit. EarthCon 2009 was also my first anime convention. Unfortunately, I never met James up there. I was doing the Leaving Cert, and that year I came second at the Super Smash Bros. Brawl tournament and got the nickname the Kirby for my explicit tactics.
No swearing, Niall. No swearing. God damn it.
We can bleep
That was
out.
with a kid.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. It's cool. No one will know what you said. But continue.
But yeah, I came second for my explicit tactics, and then got booed a few times during my games. Always quite interesting. But yeah, this year I'm looking forward to quite a bit. James Fitzgerald, Jim, and another guy are doing a pro wrestling panel. Basically, a career retrospective of the Japanese legend Kenta. Kobashi.
We're going to that. That's going to be pretty
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Just so people at home know, me and Niall are big wrestling fans. You know, corporate Kane all the way, buddy.
It's what's best for business.
But yeah, so myself, I'm looking forward to going to EarthCon this year. Last year was a bit of a blast until somebody tried to put me into a coma. But aside from that,
Did put you into a
put me
coma.
in a coma.
I'm
I
sorry.
should be corrected. No, it doesn't count. But yeah, they made me safety officer for the trip again. So clearly, I did a good job last time. You know, with all those people going missing and everything, and getting put into a coma, I clearly did the best I could
Yeah,
do.
you were a very safe safety.
I was the
officer.
best safety officer.
He was
but,
very safe while in a coma.
Yeah, I was perfectly safe in a hotel room alone. But anyway,
I thought I was helping you.
like I said, we're not going into it. But yeah, no, what I'm looking forward to EarthCon this year is just kind of catching up with everybody you meet at cons. You know, you got Fitzy, you got Bubbles, you got all the rest of them. So it's going to be pretty awesome to kind of catch up with all those dudes. And yeah, you know, just kind of seeing some of the guests, because there's some pretty big names, and having a bit of crack, you know, playing the Vanguard is going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. But James, you had another con you wanted to talk about.
Yes. At the weekend, there was BlizzCon, Blizzard's convention, where they reveal all of their big news about their big games. And like, I was following a lot of the stuff at it, and I'm really hyped, as usual.
Right, go on, give us the hype.
I've never been able to go to BlizzCon because, you know, first of all, it's in the States, and second of all, tickets sell out within like minutes. But yeah, so they had their first official Hearthstone tournament, which I'm in the beta of as of Friday, so I'm very happy. I was waiting for so long.
Do you want to give us a rundown on what Hearthstone is?
Oh, yes, of course. Hearthstone is Blizzard's new foray into the TCG market, the trading card game.
What?
Well, not
In-
really.
It's basically an online card game.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
You have cards based off of various heroes and characters from World of Warcraft and Warcraft series overall, and you play card games where it's kind of like a mixture of Magic and everything else. You have mana, you cast creatures beat people in the face, and you win.
So in other words, it's horrifying.
Except, see, what some people have pointed out that's very true is this is Blizzard going into another market that's normally really difficult for people to get into, and making it really easy and addictive.
Oh,
Just like MMOs.
just like everything else Blizzard
Just like
do.
RTSs. Just like everything
Didn't you
else.
recently introduce someone to World of Warcraft and have
I
now
did.
lost them
after,
forever?
After reintroducing myself to World of Warcraft, because they also announced the Warcraft expansion for Warlords of Draenor, which looks like it's going to be amazing, and has time travel that's not really time travel.
Yeah,
That's
it
pretty
totally just like
cool.
breaks the timeline off from like 4 timelines into like another whatever, I don't
Bajillion.
know. Too many timelines.
And also they announced Heroes of the Storm, which is Blizzard's foray into MOBAs. So it's going to be kind of similar to LoL and Dota, but League of Legends
Yeah.
and Dota.
Yeah.
But it's going to be quite different. But the trailer is amazing, and it's basically going to be a chance for people to play as various characters and heroes from all of their franchises like StarCraft, Diablo, and World of Warcraft, and
Yeah.
beat people to death.
Well, speaking of qualifying for betas, I actually got into the Infinite Crisis beta, and I've been like, when I saw this game, I was like, wow, okay, so DC are giving a crack at having the old, you know, League of Legends Dota builds. So I played it. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Like, there's not too many characters out yet, but that's obvious because they've only just started. But the character I'm just really getting into is Atomic Green Lantern. And it's nothing but just his story. So Infinite Crisis, all the worlds of DC collide into one fusion planet and they all fight over the remains. Atomic Green Lantern is just Hal Jordan, who has been crushed by wreckage in the atomic bombs, had his ring shoved into his chest, and is now nuclear powered. And like the final line of his lore is just like he knows he has to save the world before he dies. So he's dying, and it's like, yeah, man, you're pretty beast. And then his ultimate is just Meltdown, where he just explodes like a nuclear reactor. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. It's a really weird kind of. It's very different from LoL. It plays very different from LoL, and it kind of reminds me of Smite in some ways, like with the way like items build and stuff, because you can auto buy items and things like that. But yeah, it's a really good game. I've been getting really into it. The only thing that I've asked them to kind of fix so far is just it only plays in HD, and my computer's not great for that, so playing it like 20 frames a second is not working for me.
Not their problem.
Yeah, but you know,
Optimization, yeah.
I'm beta testing. They have to listen to me.
Have more money.
Have more money, buy more things. But no.
Be more privileged.
Yes, all the privilege. But that reminds me as well. I want to talk about just really quickly a really great Minecraft mod that's come out. The guys from Achievement Hunter have been playing it recently, which is the Galacticraft mod, where basically you go to the moon, and then from the moon you can go to Mars and explore other planets. So if you enjoy playing Minecraft and kind of want to jet around other planets as well, play Galacticraft. I've been playing it. It's really awesome. Brought a sheep with me to the moon. There's now a sheep on the moon for no explained reason. It's got a sign that says hello. But yeah, I think we covered everything there. Has anyone got any other cons they want to talk about that isn't that one that James wants to talk about?
Did you put a fishbowl on the sheep's head?
No, he's gonna die of oxygen deprivation. Yeah, it's kind of the funny part, just watching him float off into space.
Did you bring the Space Core to space?
No, I did not. Anyway, but just to move ahead, I think it's time to talk about some anime, as this is, you know, an anime manga show. So, of course, we've had the whole new season come out. We've had loads of new shows. We've had Maggie. We've had Kill la Kill, which is something I really want to talk about. We've had Attack on Titan finish its first season. We've had Ruby finish its first season, so there's a lot to talk about. But I'm going to let you guys kind of go on this first. So, James, what have you been watching over the summer? What have you kind of caught up on? I know you haven't finished Attack on Titan because you're a horrible cretin.
Pretty much.
But go on, give us a list of what you're been
I
doing.
actually wasn't watching anything pretty much over the summer and etc. But now I've gotten back into it because now I'm watching Log Horizon and Outbreak Company.
Do you want to give us a bit of a lay down?
Log Horizon is basically Sword Art Online except for adults, because where Sword Art Online is focused on one character who is amazing in every way and every story revolves around him, Log Horizon is about people who just played MMOs a lot, and then when that becomes the real world, they just kind of go about it. There's guild politics, economics, and they even poke fun at Sword Art Online, because no one knows what happens when you die. Someone dies, comes back to life, and says, I guess when you die in the game, you don't die in real life.
That's pretty good.
And also Outbreak Company, which is amazing. It is the story of a rift opening between Japan and a fantasy world.
So basically
ruled
Japan.
ruled by a lolly queen.
So basically Japan.
Yep. And they hire some otaku who just lives at home with his mom, and they hire him to be the otaku minister to try and trade culture and bring the culture of anime, manga, and gaming to this foreign fantasy land. And wacky hijinks ensue as he tries to teach them about the glories of...
So it's Japan trying to teach other Japan about Japan.
Yeah. And, you know, it involves him translating manga so that they can actually read it. They're watching anime. They play games.
That's pretty
Sounds
awesome.
amazing.
It is a work of beauty.
I don't know
and
whether it sounds terrible or amazing.
it's amazing.
I think
And
this is something we're going to need to watch.
it also has the advantage of him just being completely over the top about everything. So overreacting to the lolly queen and how it's amazing, and overreacting to his half-elf maid who has to look after him. And yeah, it's really good. And it also raises issues with fantasy settings and their classes. But that's about it.
So, Niall, what have you been watching over the summer?
Not a lot. I've been quite busy. But the one thing I will say is, for anybody listening, if you haven't seen Ruby, watch it.
I actually haven't been able to finish Ruby yet because I only watch it with my girlfriend. But
The show is in total probably about 3 hours long.
Yeah.
At most.
Yeah.
So definitely watch it. The soundtrack's amazing. The artwork is different, but it's beautiful nonetheless.
So you give a big up to Monty Ohm over there in Rooster Teeth.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that sounded wrong.
So what you're saying is Rooster Teeth, Akumakast confirmed.
No comment.
And don't forget the soundtrack comes out on sale on everything except iTunes in the next like day or two.
Yeah,
So I'm
the
gonna be buying it.
DVDs for the first season are already out.
Yeah,
But I
they,
don't
they have the
have
official
money.
they have the official soundtrack out. It's on iTunes
The OST.
now, but it's on
It's on
nothing
YouTube.
else.
The entire OST is on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'll just buy it because I want to give them money.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
should just
That's
take my money.
Oh, okay. And John, what have you been watching?
I've actually just been finishing off Code Geass. Like I finished season 1 and now I'm
Cheaper,
watching season
wow.
2. And I came across a thing that one of my friends, he kept referencing, but I never understood what he was talking about. It's just the euphanator. He just kept saying
okay.
that. And like I was just like,
Is this spoiler territory or is it just confusion?
no, I was just utter confusion for a long time, and then yeah,
Suddenly.
makes sense
Now
now.
you understand the quote about the euthanization of Japan.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty bad. I'm not going to ask, but yeah, I think it would be a miss if we didn't talk about Attack on Titan. I know two of you dudes, Niall and James, have not yet. Have you finished Attack on Titan? Niall, have you finished Attack on Titan?
The first time I saw Attack on Titan was last Thursday.
Okay, so Niall definitely hasn't finished Attack on Titan. Yeah, we watched Attack on Titan as part of NUIG Anime and Manga, so we screened it. Everyone came, everyone laughed, everyone cried. It was awesome. But yeah, so you guys haven't finished it. Me and John have finished it. We of course know what I'm talking about when I say Captain Levi.
Oh God.
Just fist bump, Captain Levi. Yeah. But for those of you who haven't seen Attack on Titan, go watch Attack on Titan. I don't care. Just pause this right now. Go watch Attack on Titan. We'll wait for you. Just go do it.
Or if you're feeling particularly like not watching serious stuff and want to laugh, you could just watch the Team 4-star abridged version.
Of Attack on Titan, yeah.
Yeah, the first episode they done is 20 minutes long of absolute hilarity.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah, so go watch Attack on Titan. The second thing we have to talk about, of course, is Kill la Kill. Have you all seen Kill la Kill?
What's the first 3 episodes?
I've seen 2 episodes.
I have not.
God damn it, Niall. You and your Akumakast keeping you busy. I watched the 5 episodes of Kill la Kill. I think there's 7 out now. But that show only gets better. Like, every time I watch it, I'm like, yeah, this show is just drawing me in. And it's really... The art style is so distinctive because it's Gurren Lagann, you know? Like, it's Gurren Lagann, the high school story. And then it's got, like... just the most random things happening, and it's like you don't really know who the main character is. Like you know who they want you to think it is, but then there's like other characters who kind of take over that role as the show goes on, and it's just amazing.
Did you see the actual controversy from like a day or two ago?
No, I did not.
Where in a con in Asia, there was a Kill la Kill cosplayer who cosplayed as the main character
Oh.
in the
Yes.
in the
the rather revealing
and,
costume.
it's quite revealing.
Yeah.
And a woman who was at a religious service nearby went up, started complaining at her and trying to cause a fight, and then called the cops on her.
Oh,
So this was literally a case of cops called on underboob. And yeah, the cops didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But the cosplayer was quite upset, and it goes to show that you know, people be crazy.
yeah, but it's kind of understandable. Like if you've never seen cosplayers out in public, and then suddenly there's just a bunch of crazy looking dudes walking around armed.
I just really wonder who thought it was a good idea to put an anime convention in the same center they're holding some sort of religious meeting.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going on in the background of other
especially in
places,
convention
you know?
centers, they
convention
could have
centers,
a lot of things.
yeah.
Oh God! You mean like the time I think there was a convention that was on at the same point as a Toddlers and Tiaras con?
But yeah, so like I said, I've just finished Attack on Titan. I'm working my way through Kill la Kill, and well, there was another show I actually picked up and kind of watched the whole way through recently. I cannot remember. I think Sayonara Zaibatsu Sensei. It's a really weird show. I can't really explain what it's about because it bears no explanation.
It's Shaft.
It's weird. It's a really weird show.
Shaft is the animation company.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
just
okay.
very
Yeah.
Shaft.
It's really weird. Go
Shaft
watch
have
it.
also made Bakemonogatari
Yeah.
and Madoka.
Yeah.
So you can kind of
It's
see what I
kind
mean.
of crazy.
You know it's
but
good.
go watch like one episode of it and just
For some reason, I thought of that 90s, 80s movie.
We're not going there. We're not going into a sing along. We already did that. But yeah, so basically a lot of new anime out. The other thing I've been watching is Maggie. Have any of you seen Maggie? No. Okay, so we screened a little bit of this during couple of weeks back actually, and I kind of got hooked on it. Like, I'm a big stickler for showing manga, showing anime, and this is basically the story of like Aladdin and Alibaba, just kind of retold with lots of like over the top fighting, and then you meet Sinbad, and Sinbad is basically Bishi God.
Oh,
like,
Magi, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Maggie, the labyrinth of magic, you know. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, go watch it. If you're really big into Bishi people, definitely watch it. If you're into cleavage, go watch it. Yes.
Also, if anyone hasn't seen it, check out Internet Explorer's new anime foray into anime. Internet Explorer, actually, for anyone who hasn't noticed, Microsoft occasionally decides, how can we appeal to the East? By making it anime. So for Windows 7, they had Nanami Madobe, who also had a voice pack for Windows 7 that you can download that I was using and annoyed the hell out of people. And now they've also set up, so Internet Explorer has the Inori version, where by downloading this version, your homepage when you first come in is this anime character. And they've also made a 2-minute clip on YouTube of her as a magical girl with a transformation sequence fighting robots.
That's pretty awesome.
Internet Explorer. More badass than you originally thought.
Internet Explorer just rising up a few levels in my eyes before plummeting again into obscurity. But yeah, before we wrap up, I believe Niall has some very special Akumakon related news.
Well, earlier this morning, we confirmed our third guest this year, along with Mr. Hirokatsu Gihara, who has worked on numerous stuff for Studio Ghibli, My Neighbor Totoro. He's worked on Gundam Seed, Go Geass, among other things. And Mr. X the Dark One, Abridger for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged. We can now officially confirm that one of the nicest guys you will ever meet, Mr. Lawrence Simpson, also known as Masako X, is returning for a 4th time to Akumakon.
We love Masco.
Speaking of loving Masako, if Masako is listening, I love him very much. He will get the reference from earlier this morning.
But yeah, it's super awesome to be getting Masco back. Masco he's been with Akumakon like pretty much since the start.
Forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we love Masco. He's an awesome dude. We really hope he'll keep coming back to us and keep getting involved, because he always puts on some of the funniest panels I've ever seen. I particularly enjoyed #JazzyBeans. That was pretty awesome.
Smooth jazz,
Masako jelly beans.
X.
It was pretty awesome. But yeah, so any other news now? Anything else you want to share?
Yes, the cosplay calendar will be on sale, hopefully coming this Monday, depending on when this is going to be released. It'll be on sale for €12, including delivery. All profits will go to our chosen charity in Galway, Jigsaw. They are a youth charity who help teens.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, that'll be on sale. And as part of that, we'll be hosting a competition for the launch of the calendar, where if you buy a calendar for the month of December, up until the end of the month of December, you are entered into a draw for a free ticket to Akumakon 2014.
So that'll be Akumakon 14, The Reckoning. Name confirmed. I've said it live on the air. Totally counts. But yeah, I think this has been a pretty successful return to the podcasting business. I want to thank all my wonderful guests for being here with me. I, of course, have been Andrew,
John,
James.
And this is Niall, who for the first time on this cast is not from in his bedroom in Groningen.
Yeah, it's great to have the studio. But thanks very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And yeah, check back for more. We are going to be updating a lot more now that we have our new facilities and stuff. And yeah, you never know. Maybe you'll be hearing some of these dudes again. You'll definitely be hearing my voice again, so get used to it. But yeah, thanks for listening in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
You leave me now. You take away the biggest part of me. Ooh.